Hello everyone, this is Keith with Larimore Farms. I'm out today riding around kind of checking some fences and making sure that no new calves have been born last night. But anyway, I come this morning, I thought I'd give a little more information about this yellow jasmine, or Carolina jasmine is what we call it. It's a viney plant and it grows around the hedgerows and the edge of the woods or on ditch banks a lot of times alongside of the road. It's one of the first flowers you'll see in the springtime right after the red maple. It's been told that it's toxic to honeybees. So last night I was thinking about it and I said, well, you know, it's starting to pop and come up. And I said, I'm gonna call Henry, my commercial guy that first got me started in the bees, and ask him, can you give me a little more information about it? Because I really didn't know a lot about it. And I still don't know it all, but I mean, he gave me a lot more information than I knew. So I thought I'd share it with y'all this morning. Now this plant right here is the Carolina or yellow jasmine. I don't know what the Latin name for it is. I ain't into all that scientific stuff. I mean, I guess I can find it out, but I can't pronounce all them names. But you can see the flower is yellow and it has a dark yellow center, kind of pale on the outside. It has a long trumpet-like neck on it. I don't think it puts off any nectar, but it puts off a lot of pollen. This thing is kind of frost hardy. But like I say, you know, most of the time it grows on the hedgerows and stuff where they got some kind of tree around it. And it has bukus of blossoms on it. And the bees do work it kind of heavily. Okay, so I spoke to Henry and we were talking about the yellow jasmine last night, and I asked him, could he give me a little more information? And this is what he told me. He said that it causes the brood to die if it's real potent at that year. All years aren't the same. If you have another source of pollen coming in, when this yellow jasmine's coming in, they kind of mix it together and dilute it down so that it doesn't have a very bad effect on it. But if you don't have anything else, and mostly what you have, well, let's say the red maple's done gone, yeah, dead nettle is coming in late or something, you don't have any of the wild radish and stuff that happen this time of year, and this yellow jasmine is all you have, they kind of concentrate that pollen in there because they're looking for something to build up. And they're going to pull whatever they can to help for that spring buildup. He said a lot of commercial guys, if they're in an area that has this stuff and they see that the other plants are behind, or if they're way ahead and they've already done their deed and pollinated and all, and they ain't putting out nothing but seeds, you know, the bees don't get nothing from that. He said they put out pollen sub in hopes that the bee would actually mix that pollen sub in with this yellow jasmine pollen and dilute it down so it didn't bother them. He said it would kill the brood in some cases if it was real strong, and a lot of times you see a lot of bees laying outside of the hive or on the bottom board with their feet kicked up and their legs barely moving, like they're paralyzed, kind of like they took an overdose of something that they didn't need. He said, you know, the ones on the outside are the ones most of the time that the undertaker bees have drug out and thrown out the colony because they ain't gonna make it. He said, but they put that pollen sub out with it and it helps dilute it down so it's not as bad. Now this time of year we do have the wild blueberry or the huckleberry. I don't know if you can see it, but that's them little teeny red buds there. They're not flowered out yet. But the bees, I very seldom see them working that wild blueberry. But they be on this yellow jasmine pretty heavy. Now there's some more shrubs around, you know, ornamental shrubs around people's houses that they get. I'm hoping that, you know, they're putting out the pollen and it's kind of diluting it down so we don't have any trouble with it. But like I say, you know, it's a kind of a viney plant. And a while ago, there was a bunch of bees on it, but it seems like they've left since I've come around. They might not like the way I look, but that's okay. Sometimes I don't like the way I look, but now I can't see but half of them, so I'm all right. But anyway, if I come up with anything new on this subject, I'll be sure to put it in a post so, you know, maybe it can benefit somebody. I say I'm not an expert. If you want to look into it more yourself, or if you have any comments about it, just drop them down below. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate all my subscribers. And I appreciate any comments that you give. Y'all have a good day. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. I know I said that was all I had, but I came by this huckleberry bush. It's only about 75 yards from that yellow jasmine. And I had said that the bees didn't work at it very much, but all these little white bells, those are the flowers. And I don't know if you can see her right there. It's hard for me to catch them on this thing. I gotta get me another camera. But they are working this stuff, so like I say, it doesn't put off a lot of pollen, so I don't know if it gets nectar or what. So I reckon I'll have to check into that next. But there's several of them on it. They're working it pretty good.